Hello, dear friends. You are welcome to my channel. Wow, this time we are talking about what? Destiny helpers. My life, my walk with God. Dear friends, destiny helpers are not always what we think. Because when we talk of destiny helpers, we start thinking of some great people, some directors, some managers, some CEOs, maybe an HR to help us achieve our goal. But hear what wisdom said. Wisdom said destiny helpers can be as little as house help. They can be as little as your nannies. Do you have a nanny? Have you ever used them before? Do you have a house help? Have you ever used them before? He said, when this house help or nanny, they are around you, they are your destiny helpers. And wisdom told me, do you know most of the time we misuse destiny helpers? You misuse your destiny helpers. You treat them unfairly, not knowing that he is in them. That's what he told me. I have it here because I wrote it down, dear friends. He said, do not misuse your destiny helpers. He said, these are people who help you achieve your goals. He said, during and after the goal has been achieved. I wrote it down because wisdom told me this time. This is the first time I'm writing, right? He used to come and I used my head to deliver it. Wisdom told me to write it down. And how did wisdom confirm that? When I went, this notebook was without anything. So I started writing on it. He said, do not misuse your destiny helpers. These are people who help you achieve your goals. He said, during and after the goal has been achieved, do not misuse them. And I wrote, he said, wisdom said, these destiny helpers are God. He said, he comes to satisfy your desire through them. See them as vessels for your achievement. And what did wisdom do? Wisdom gave me Isaiah chapter 62, verse 6 to 7. Isaiah chapter 62, verse 6 to 7. We are not going to read that, but I just want to go straight to the point. Isaiah chapter 62, it tells us, he said, I will give them no rest until they have fulfilled that which I have promised for Jerusalem. So, destiny helpers are those people that God will give them no rest. So, it's God that they will support you. They will look after you. Maybe it's your house help. It will support you so that you can go to school. Maybe you are studying so that you can have time to study and the children will be taken care of until you achieve your goal. You become a doctor. Maybe you are doing masters. You are doing your PhD. You are just following a trade. Whatever you are doing. He said, God said he is in those destiny helpers. No matter their category, whether they are young men or a young man or a young woman or an adult that you are using at that moment. He said he is in them. Dear friends, you know, sometimes we feel that these people, because we pay them, so we have control over them. And that's why wisdom said we sometimes misuse them. He said, but he is in them because you had called on God. I prayed unto God, I want to achieve this goal. How do I achieve it? Help me, Lord. And God said, okay, now I want to answer your prayer. You are going to achieve this goal. But because you have children, you will not be able to have enough time to study. I am going to bring somebody in your life. And that person will be, maybe you say, oh, I'm looking for a nanny. I'm looking for a daycare where I'm going to put my kids so that I can have time to study or I can have time to work. And God give you favor and you find a good daycare and there are good staff there helping you to look after your child. No complaint, nothing. You have your time to go to school. Maybe after school you go to work and you come back, you pick your kids, you go home, they are all good. You study and you succeed and you achieve that goal. While you are happy, did you misuse that destiny helper? Because God made provision for you to be able to achieve that goal. So he answered your prayer. So God says sometimes we misuse them. And he went the other way around. He said, and also the people that he has put as our destiny helper, sometimes they also misuse us. So it is two-way. The destiny helper and the ones that have been called to be destiny helper. So he's giving us wisdom. Do not use them because God is in them. Do not misuse them because God is in them. They are your roots to your answered prayer. They are roots to the fulfillment of your goal. They are roots for you to go to that vacation to make money. So any destiny helper, it might not necessarily be a house help. It might also be a friend, because an idea, he gave me 3 scenarios: a friend with an idea, a house help, and then the other scenario I will bring. So he said a friend can be your destiny helper. You are praying, trusting God, I need to do this, I have this goal, oh God, help me. And then he will not come in his majesty by himself. He will use a vessel like me, like you, like a friend, like somebody you meet in the street and just say, hi, how are you? Oh, where are you heading to? Where are you from? Or where do you work? And you start chatting and you get to a point where you bring up that issue that you needed, just an idea for you to achieve that goal. So God now will connect you to that person through a high, or maybe you were riding in a train, or you were in a supermarket, or you met in a party, and you start chatting, and then that person drops that idea in you, and you run with it, and you achieve your goal. So destiny helpers are everywhere, dear friends. Wisdom said we should be sensitive. Wisdom said we should be sensitive. He said when we misuse them, when we are rude to them, when we treat them anyhow, he is in them. So you are trusting God to help you achieve a goal, and then God came to help you achieve the goal, and you are maltreating God. You are being unfair to God because God is in them. And vice versa, are you helping somebody? Don't look at the financial part, or maybe he has to pay me, you have not paid me, or he has to make me achieve my career as I'm helping them. Remember, they are also your destiny helpers. So we are destiny helpers of destiny helpers. Dear friends, isn't that a mystery? And here the conclusion of this destiny helper thing. Wisdom gave me David, the book of 1 Samuel chapter 17. Just pick some parts in that. He said David was a destiny helper for his brothers. David was a destiny helper for the children of Israel. If you are not a Bible reader, just hear David, his brothers, and Israel. But I know it's a story that most everyone, especially Christians, have an idea of. David was a destiny helper. He was sent to go and help the brothers, give them food because they must be hungry where they were in the war front. While David was going, his brothers saw him, his own biological brothers. When they saw him, they started mocking him. They started criticizing him. Why is he here? Probably they were thinking, oh, they want to be the heroes, like if Goliath was challenging them at that time when they were in the war front. If they win the war, they will be heroes. So they didn't want David to come there to share the glory or the honor with them. They started mocking him. They started, what has he come to do here? They were not even happy that David came to give them food because they thought that they will be hungry for the length of time they have been tormented by the uncircumcised Philistine Goliath. Dear friends, wisdom asked me, who gave Israel victory? I answered, David. Who delivered his brothers from the hands of Goliath? I answered, David. And wisdom asked me, my dear daughter, who was the destiny helpers in this for the Philistines, for the Israelites, sorry? I said, David. He said, who was in David? I said, you, God, you, wisdom. He said, who helped David to kill Goliath? I said, you. He said, do you think the sling stone was all that killed Goliath? I said, no. He said, I was in him. As simple as that scenario caught me. Dear friends, think about it. Who was in David? God, wisdom. who defeated Israel? Wisdom, God. But he had to use David as a destiny helper for the victory of Israel. So there might be a David around you. Careful. Dear friend, there might be a David around you. Careful. Who was glorified? Israel celebrated their victory. So you have a goal. Wisdom is the essential thing. He said, because now I'm writing, I obey, no matter how. So long as he say it, I will obey it. He said, in Proverbs chapter 8, verse 35, he said, whoso findeth me find life and shall obtain favor of the Lord. Favor is your goal, because when you obtain favor, you achieve your goal. Find wisdom, find life, obtain favor. Find wisdom, get understanding, respect your destiny helpers, honor them, see God in them for the victory that you need to achieve your goal. So he gave me two. That's why I brought this beautiful basket. He said destiny helpers are a gift from God. Anyone that you have in your life who is helping you to be able to do something, to ease you on somewhere that you had inconvenience, and maybe you were trusting God, watch out. It's a gift from God. And wisdom told me to put these plants in this basket. He said, because every good and perfect gift comes from God. See your destiny helper as a good and perfect gift. They might not be as wealthy as we always have in mind that your destiny helper should be a wealthy man, should be a CEO, should be a manager, should have debts, should be a prophet. Yes, they can be a prophet, they can be all of those. But sometimes we forget the little things around us that are sent by God and that represent God. Those things represent God. So, wisdom told me that when David, the destiny helper for Israel, when he had the victory, when he killed Goliath, the enemy of the Israelites, because Israelites, their goal was to who will fight this Goliath who is tormenting us. You might have a goal and you're thinking, who is going to give me means to get out of this? I want to be a doctor. I want to be a doctor, and I'm going to be, yeah. I want to be a doctor. I'm multi-skilled, so anywhere I want to be, I want to be. So that's just an example. I want to be a mother. I want to be a nurse. I want to be a pastor. I want to be a teacher. I want to be a musician. There's a destiny helper beside you. It might just be your piano person in your church or in your community. It might just be that little orchestra that you just need to go there and the destiny helper is there. Wisdom said we should be careful. But what happened, dear friends, when you have the victory, when you achieve your goal, what happens? There's celebration. And if you treated your destiny helper well, your destiny helper will celebrate with you, right? And if you do not treat your destiny helper well, it's going to be joyful, but not everybody will rejoice with you. So, this is another part of it. God operates in miracles, so he can use your destiny helper. Me, I'm not going to misuse my destiny helper because I want to celebrate. He's a miracle worker. He is powerful. He is powerful. He's a miracle working God. Il est puissant. Dance for Jesus. Dance for your goal to be achieved. Sautez pour Dieu. 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 Tournez pour Dieu. Thank for Jesus. Courez pour Dieu. Courez pour Dieu. Courez. Seriously. I love to dance for Jesus. Do not forget your gifts, your destiny helper to achieve your goal. Respect them, treat them with care, treat them with love. They will celebrate with you. Wisdom is joy. Wisdom is celebration. David danced after he won that battle. Oh. That's why you see me dancing. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is so cool. When I got this, I was like, this is pretty. This is pretty. This is pretty. Dear friends, thank you. Thank you for taking time to go through this video. It's exciting. I am just excited the way wisdom deliver things to us. Wisdom make us to know how to live life and how to achieve goals without stress, because he is the final. I'm so thankful to him, and I thank you for taking time to watch this video. One thing I forget, if you like seeing or listening to what wisdom is telling me, and you find my video interesting, not just the video, but what wisdom is putting in my mouth to deliver, because it's going to be forever. That's my life with God. Subscribe so that every time I come and I upload a video, you will be able to watch. And feel free to comment, because we don't know it all. When we get some comments, there are some little things that we might be doing and they are not perfectly done. Those comments to help to correct us, because wisdom listens. Wisdom accepts education by others, because there are people who may know even better than you do. So remain ever blessed. Thank you. God bless you. Remember, treat your destiny helper well, because God is the one who is in them in order to achieve your goal. That's to have your prayer answered. To have your prayer answered, treat your destiny helper with love, because
because God is the one who is in them. Bye for now. I love you and I love this. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I don't know about you. Remember to subscribe. Remember to share. We never know who is with a destiny helper and they are losing it out, and they might lose their answered prayers. Their goal might not be achieved just because of that little thing. Okay, I always love you, and I will see you next in my next video. There is another video that I sent. Watch. Bye for now. Love you all. Bye. With the love of God, remember. Yes, the love.